parenthood isn't what Alicia and Andrew Moore expected. They love their little son William to bits, but living with his autism has taken everything they've got. Now a controversial treatment is offering some hope to families like theirs.
Okay, come down to your room. William. I've looked forward to becoming a mum all my life. This is meant to be something that I enjoy. But it's not fun at all. It's like, I just felt so helpless and alone in it.
Take a breath. Calm down.
There are times Mum, Alicia Harrison, wishes she too could crawl under a chair and never come out.
And I did go into my room lots of times and just pick up a pillow and just scream into it and just go, oh. I felt better after that though.
Her 4.5-year-old son, William, has autism. But instead of hiding away, this brave young mum's taken a courageous step, making a video diary of her son's episodes.
When I was trying to figure out what was going on with William, there was nothing out there. And it's one thing to read about something, but to actually see footage of it was a big, you know, like, okay, people can relate.
Parents are often too ashamed, distressed or distracted to film their children in this sort of state.
The first time I put a video on, I was a bit apprehensive and I took it down more than once. And I was a bit, you know, and you get some nasty comments and things like that and people trying to tell you how you should be doing things.
But for Alicia, filming William has been a positive experience.
I felt like it was the quickest way to get the diagnosis that we needed. So I would film everything he was doing because I felt the way I was explaining it, I wasn't quite getting through. So I thought, well, if I film it, we can show his paediatrician, we can show all the doctors, we can show all his therapists that this is what he's like all the time.
Husband Andrew works as a fly-in, fly-out worker in the mines, a sacrifice the family had to make so they could earn the extra $700 a week it costs for specialist treatment for William, including occupational and speech therapy, as well as a new addition to the family, a guidance pooch.
I can't even explain what he does, but they're just best of friends and just love each other, and I don't think there's any judgment, so I think William can sense that. Willie can scream on the floor and Flynn will come up and lie down next to him and we will lie on him like a pillow and it's just beautiful.
Parents of autistic kids are willing to try anything for a bit of relief. In this case, it's 1.5-year-old assistance dog Flynn who's really helping William. There's also increasing evidence that diet plays a vital role in these behavioural disorders.
I believe that both children with autism and those with ADHD can be treated quite effectively with diet changes, supplementation with nutrients that they're lacking, and behavioural therapy.
Dr Jacques Duff runs the behavioural neurotherapy clinic in Melbourne. He has a controversial belief.
I think drugs should be the last resort. The first resort should be changing their diet and nutrients and supplementing, and then drugs, if needed, in the medium, but I don't think it's a good idea in the long term.
Dr Duff claims many children with autism have low levels of zinc, magnesium, vitamins B, C and D, selenium and omega-3s. He boosts these nutrients and adjusts his patients' diets.
If I take children off the refined carbohydrates, particularly the cereal grains, and increase their intake of legumes, pulses and vegetables, and reduce the amount of red meat that they have and give them more fish, there is quite a significant difference.
This was Jabin 10 years ago, before he was put on Dr Duff's regime.
Oh, they're the same.
Today, his mum Tracy says he's a new boy.
And he's really happy. He's just a happy chappy when he's taking supplements. It's awesome.
And how do they make you feel?
Happy. If he doesn't take these, do you notice behavioural differences in him?
Yes, his speech will drop off, his attention to people will drop off, he's more easily agitated and much less pleasant to be around, really.
Alicia says refining William's diet has also helped her son.
Yes, so he has lots of nutrients and supplements so like zinc and iron and calcium, and then other enzymes to help break down food.
There's no cure for autism, but in this case, intervention and a brave mum have made a big difference.
There's lots of help out there. Just embrace your child and just try and find what will best work for your child.
It's important work, isn't it? Is your family affected by autism, and how do you cope? Share your experience on our Facebook page or via Twitter.